We are live here from Rogers Heritage High School for Game 3 of the RVest Hoopfest here. It's the Nixa Eagles taking on these Rogers Heritage War Eagles. Nixa is 2-0 in this tournament, looking to capture the championship for the second straight year. They were able to get the championship last year in the same RVest Hoopfest. I am Brady Richard alongside my partner Evan Brett. And so far this weekend, the Eagles, they've been looking like a dominant team against this tournament field.
Definitely. They've been getting after those offensive rebounds. That was the main story for the last game. They've been constantly crashing rebounds. I mean, if you look at the stats, I believe it was 15 of their 39 rebounds yesterday were all offensive. And that's just a crazy stat, because there's so many second chance points.
For sure. The physicality is something that was definitely that brought them to over Southmore yesterday. They had their 4-star point guard, Tyson Poe guy. He was magnificent. But the Eagles, out-physicaled, I guess you could say, the whole entire team of the Southmore SaberCats, and that's really what led them to the win. I was talking to Coach Blancett, and he said he spoke with the Southmore coach after the game, and what they talked about is, man, you guys were physical on the ground. Loose balls, Nixa would dive on the ground, and Southmore try to pick it up, and that's something as a little bit of, we spoke on it a bit the first day. A team that doesn't have a clear number one, playing some more team basketball here this year, that's something that they're definitely going to have to bring more to the table.
Yeah, definitely. But the past 2 games, I believe 12 steals a game. That's an outrageous stat. It really is it's been a key factor in these wins. A lot of fast break points. The Eagles like to play fast, and they just...
Looking at the War Eagles now, number 34, Sky Davenport is the guy you're going to want to look after today. Transferred 4 times in high school since his freshman year. Now in his senior year, he finds himself back where he started at Rogers Heritage. He was there his freshman year and his senior year. Definitely a guy to look out for on the team. They're clear number 1 option. Lots of athletic ability from him. I mean, we saw him in warm-ups doing E-spays behind the back dunks, and he can definitely shoot that ball as well as we saw in the other games.
You're exactly right. He's definitely their main option offensively. He likes to just pull it from deep. He'll pull it from really anywhere. And that's really just watching these last couple of days what the War Eagles have liked to do. Just let him do his thing and just keep attacking the rim, play aggressive. But it could also be a weakness, because watch it, they're very stagnant on offense. They kind of just expect him to do something, and that has caused them to lose the past couple of games.
We got starting lineups coming in here in a second, and then game time where the Eagles will compete for the RVest Hoopfest Championship. Plaque is just underway. We got starting lineups coming up here in just a moment.
War Eagles. At this time, we introduce the starting lineups for tonight's game. We begin with our visitors, the Eagles from Nixa. Starting at guard is a 5'10" senior number 1, Owen Seitz. Also at guard is a 6'1" senior number 2, Randy Flint. At forward, a 6'4" senior number 12, Colt LaCoy. At guard is a 6'3" senior number 13, Ty Kellis. And at forward is a 6'4" junior number 21, Adam McKnight. Eagles are coached by Brock Blancett. And now welcome to the starting lineup for the Heritage High School War Eagles. At guard is a 6'1" junior number 1, Jay Golden. Also at guard, a 5'11" sophomore, number 2, Gabe Arroyo. At forward, a 6'3" senior, number 33, Carter Cox. Also at forward is a 6'5" sophomore, number 35, Chase Hare. And at guard is a 6'3" senior, number 34, Sky Davenport. Your War Eagles are coached by Tom Olson, who's assisted by Adam Simmons and Paul Boyce. Jackson.
There are your starters for tonight's matchup between the Eagles and the War Eagles. Colt McCoy jumping for Nixa, and Chase Hare jumping for the War Eagles. Just off looks like the Eagles definitely have the size advantage.
It's definitely something that the Eagles might look to, especially these last couple of games. They like to get the high-low action from McKnight and Colt, and I think that's going to be their game plan.
And looking at this team in these past games, we know Rogers Heritage likes to run a lot of zone, and here they are in a 3-2. Seitz swings it to Flint. Playing keep away, Seitz will pull the trigger, and it's just off the mark. Brought in by Davenport, and Kellis will pick up an early foul there.
Listening to coaches in practice this morning, he talked about how they're going to really need to swing the ball around. He said that they're very slow on their rotations and kind of a lot of miscommunication. So if the Eagles just swing the ball around, it could generate great offense.
Here are the War Eagles now on offense. Hare with the ball. Owen Seitz, he's been one of the main defenders for the Eagles. Saw him on Pogai a lot yesterday. He's the one on Davenport tonight. Here's a shot off the glass, way off, and rebounded by Adam McKnight. McKnight moving in transition, gives it to Flint. Flint stands all alone. Davenport will bring on the defense. Flint steps into a mid-range shot, and he is good from there.
The Eagles elected the face guard, number 34, Sky Davenport. It's going to be a similar story to what they did with Pogai yesterday. Just not going to let their star player get what he wants.
Corner three is good from Carter Cox. He gets the scoring started for Rogers Heritage. Flint over to Seitz. Seitz guarded by Davenport heavily. Back over to Flint here. They want to work this zone around. They do, and Seitz looks for an open three. Misses back iron. Flint gets the offensive rebound. McKnight tries to go up and is fouled. See if it's on the ground or shooting. It's looking like he's going to head to the line to shoot too. McKnight did struggle from the free throw line yesterday. 0 for 7 from there, and here he starts out 0 for 1. McKnight's second free throw is good. Davenport swings it around in the corner. Pump fakes, driving in on Flint, kicks it back out.
Nixa fouls on number 2, Randy Flint.
Randy Flint will pick up a foul there.
Team second.
Passes it in, finds Davenport. Far wing, working on Seitz. Attacking, steps back, puts up a mid-range, and that is a pure shot from Davenport. Gets it to fall right over Seitz.
So far, War Eagles' game plan, really spacing everybody out, trying to give Davenport the room to just go one-on-one with Seitz.
Working around the perimeter, finds Kellison in the corner. High pass for McKnight, and that'll be an Eagles turnover, their first of the game.
So far, this zone giving the Eagles a little bit of trouble. You know, they're taking those outside shots, and that's clearly what the War Eagles want them to do.
Yeah, and speaking with Coach Blancett earlier this morning at their practice, see that one will keep the Eagles away, but he said with this zone, it's going to give the Eagles the open shots. They just got to knock them down, and if they don't, that's what's going to keep this game close. The Eagles have got to convert on these open three-pointers that they get. Cross-court pass to Kellis. Thought about it, keeps it in the holster. Into McCoy, and that's ripped away by Gabe Ario.
Just aggressive defense. That's what the Eagles are going to need to do here. They're playing a little relaxed. They're going to need to get into these shooters.
There is an offensive rebound and put back up for a score. Gabe Ario for 2.
Warriors just been the more aggressive team so far. Really just getting after it, getting out there on shooters on defense, and making the Eagles take shots they don't want to.
Flint steps into a 3, gets an offensive rebound, kicks out to Kellis, three-pointer, bullseye.
That's someone you're going to need. The Eagles are going to want to get going. Ty Kellis, a great shooter from the arc, got hurt a little bit last game. May have affected his shot a little bit, but so far this tournament, he's been one of the main guys for the Eagles.
Davenport, quick pass over, just short on the three. Jay Golden tried to save it, but it ends up in the hands of the Eagles. Flint swings it over into the corner. Kellis fits it through to McCoy and finishes through the contact. What a pass from Kellis.
That's been their bread and butter all tournament. Just great passing, working the ball around, and always just finding someone on that backside for an easy
line with one shot is Colton McCoy.
And I mean, the speed that was on the pass from Kellis there and McCoy had to fit that through lots of traffic. Here he heads to the free throw line. Doesn't get the bounce there. And Rogers Heritage will clean up the boards. Coming down, Jordan Smith. Sights still heavily guarding Davenport, giving him some trouble now. The ball's in Davenport's hands. Spinning, fading, off the mark. Brought in by McKnight. McKnight, bounce pass to Kellis. Kellis through the contact, tries to flip it up and in, but it won't go. And it's hauled in by the War Eagles. Facing some pressure, they get past it. Jordan Smith slows it down. 8-7, just past halfway through this first quarter. Flint went for the steal. That leaves his man Golden open for the three, and he will connect.
Talking to Coach Blanchard this morning, he talked about how they just love to shoot threes. That's their main thing. They just keep shooting it. And if they start to get hot from range, it could spell trouble for the Eagles.
And right there, Flint misses an open three, and Heritage will pull down the rebound. And like we were saying, you're going to get the open threes. You've just got to hit them. Flint will pick up a foul there. Be his second so far in the first half, and that might have to bring him to the sideline for the rest of the first half.
Team foul number 3.
The War Eagles have done a great job of limiting that inside game. We talked about how they had a big, like the Eagles had a big size advantage over them. But so far, they've really just had the Eagles take a lot of more outside shots than they're used to, and they haven't been falling.
New set of Eagles in the game here. Braylon Smith, Preston, and Jalen Liddell will come to the floor. Carter Cox working on Preston, kicks it out. Three-pointer over Liddell is no good. Fighting for the rebound is Smith. Ball is on the ground. They're fighting for it, and it will be a jump ball. See who it goes to, and it'll stay in Rogers Heritage possession.
Coach Blanchard mentioned earlier that they kind of stagnate, but so far what's really worked for the War Eagles is they've been moving around, they've been all over the ball, they've really been hustling, and that's something that they've been missing these past couple games.
And there's a good move inside, draws the foul on Jalen Liddell. Hands were straight up, but must have bumped him with his body.
Number 4 at the line with 2 shots is Gabe Arroyo.
Gabe Arroyo heads to the line. First free throw is good. Davenport returns to the game, along with Junior Tony for the first time tonight. Hits both free throws, and that makes the Rogers Heritage lead 4. Braylon Smith, quick pass, corner 3, sights. Short, rebound by Davenport. And I think they're going to get Sights for a foul on the far side.
That foul is charge number 1, Owen Sights. It's his first.
He will.
Number 5 on the Eagles.
And it's 5 for the Eagles in this first quarter. That'll throw Rogers Heritage in the bonus. Kind of out of character for the Eagles.
You're exactly right. Just not getting the shot, the shot's not falling, and just making maybe a little frustration mistake, just running back on defense and getting a little too handsy.
First one from Davenport does not go. He will get the second one to fall. And it's Liddell bringing the ball past the timeline for the Eagles. Preston in the corner, kicks it right back. They're going to feed it into McKnight. Lots of contact. And they get a foul called on number 23, Junior Tony.
Eagles definitely going with more of a three-point shooting lineup. They've been getting a lot of their shots not falling, so they've subbed in a couple of their best three-point shooters.
McKnight fadeaway jumper is off the mark, and Davenport brings in the rebound. Slows it down. So McCoy heads to the scores table. Stop and pop. McKnight gets the rebound off the miss. Turnover from the Eagles. Davenport Euro stepping through the lane and flips it up and in. Eagles' third turnover tonight.
War Eagles just having their way with the Nixa Eagles. They're getting everything they want. They're getting those turnovers. They're forcing just shots that the Eagles don't want to take, and it's led to a lead.
Preston tries a corner three, and it is good. They're going to need him to get hot tonight, as he is definitely one of their best three-point shooters. 1 for 1 so far.
Finally, one drops for the Eagles. It's so far just been a rough shooting night. Hopefully that can give them momentum to just start hitting some shots.
The War Eagles tried to respond with one of their own. It'll be fought for on the ground, and a jump ball called. It'll go to the Nixa Eagles with less than a minute left. 58.8 on the clock. Colt McCoy will return to the game. And I think Preston, we could see him stay on the court longer if he's going to be able to knock these shots from behind the arc down consistently.
You're exactly right. That's what the Eagles have been needing. The War Eagles clearly are not worried about the Eagles shooting from range, and hopefully he can make them kind of have to change up game plan and really just start making some shots.
Wing three is short from Jay Golden, and McKnight will get the rebound. Shot clock turned off, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Liddell has the ball. Facing seemingly no pressure here. They feed it into McKnight. McKnight through the contact, puts up a shot and somehow gets it to fall. I don't know how nothing was called there. Lots of contact. He went through, now under 10-8. Davenport guarded by Liddell, full court. Gets past, tries to get it in the corner, and it falls out of bounds. It will be Nixa Eagles basketball, 2.2 left on the clock.
Eagles getting aggressive. Looked like they were starting out in a press, kind of drop back, and it's just like a man press. Just trying to get pressure on these ball handlers and make them make mistakes.
Liddell at the buzzer, and he gets it to fall. Jalen Liddell, half-court three-pointer, and the Eagles will take a 1-point lead to end the quarter. What a shot from Liddell, and what a spark at the end of the first quarter.
That's big time. That could give you some real momentum in what's been kind of a slow offensive day for the Eagles so far.
Tonight's first quarter action was brought to you by Callahan Heating and Cooling, your trusted local HVAC experts keeping homes and businesses comfortable all year long. From installs and repairs to indoor quality solutions, they've got you covered around the clock. Thank you, Callahan H&C, for sponsoring us tonight. We'll be back after this short break. Second quarter action underway. The Nixa Eagles lead the Rogers Heritage War Eagles 16-15 after a last-second Jalen Liddell three-pointer from half court to close it out and give the Eagles a 1-point lead. If you're just now joining us, I'm Brady Richard alongside my partner Evan Brett. And the Rogers Heritage War Eagles will start this quarter with the ball. The Eagles have their starting lineup back in here. Flint is playing with 2 fouls. Davenport faces a double team, gets out of it, and it right back into his hands. Seitz stays on him like he has the whole game. Driving inside, good pass, but cannot finish under the rim. Ball being tipped around, and foul ended up getting called on Carter Cox. After that series of events, ball getting tipped around, ends up in the Eagles' possession.
Something we've talked about a lot this tournament is how the Eagles have they've been always been the more physical team. We've talked about it before the game, but so far the Warriors have done a great job to rewrite that narrative. You know, really getting after these loose balls, jumping up and all crashing the boards.
There, another turnover for the Eagles, already up to 5, just through a quarter, basically. Definitely a number you're going to want to watch. You try to keep those down throughout the game, but theirs have been soaring. Davenport, kiss off the glass, turnaround jumper, gets it to go. That was a pretty shot there from Davenport.
But you're exactly right about those turnovers. Both games for the first 2 have only had 7, and so far already almost reached that number. Just sloppy basketballs for the Eagles so far.
McKnight trying to put one up, and he will. Once again, lots of contact, no call. Up to 5 now on the game.
That's definitely the guy you want to get going. When he gets hot, he kind of just brings up the team around him. He gets very hyped after layups and big-time shots. And clearly the War Eagles' entire game plan has just been to shut him down.
Here McKnight is playing tough defense all over the War Eagles, and he gets a transition layup as a return. Great defense from Adam McKnight, and Randy Flint forces the War Eagles to call a timeout. Just a 30-second timeout here, but I mean, what defense from them? I was just about to say McKnight is the guy you want to get going. Like you said, he had 27 night 1, 23 last night. He's up to 7 right now.
Clearly been the guy for the Eagles. He's the most physical guy on the court almost every single game. He loves contact. He's not afraid of it, and he just goes in and gets. Even if he misses it, he's not afraid to just keep shooting the ball.
War Eagles coach was wanting a possible foul there, Coach Olson. Very physical defense from Flint and McKnight up near the half-court line. Coming out of the timeout now, Eagles with McKnight's scoop and score, lead by 3. Looks like they're bringing on a press now. Flint guarding Arroyo. Gets past him, Eurosteps past McCoy, and takes it all the way to the hole for the finish. I mean, that's just too easy of a bucket.
I mean, there's almost no one there for help. I think Randy expected somebody to maybe help off and stop that, but I mean, beautiful execution from the War Eagles. Just get to it to the left for an easy bucket.
There, Flint misses a far corner 3. McKnight with the rebound and puts it back up with the fadeaway jumper for the score. And I think I've seen that exact sequence play out multiple times tonight, where they get that near wing cross-court pass to the corner, and they just get a wide-open 3. Like Blancett said, lots of slow rotations from this team, and it's showing in those. McKnight is going to the hoop against Davenport and gets the fast break score there. Enters double digits on the night.
The Eagles, McKnight definitely getting going. He's been the main thing to just get these Eagles going, get them some momentum, and it's led to them on a 4-0 run so far. But I mean, this is what you want to see: just getting into those shooters, getting out there, and just forcing turnovers.
Timeout called by the Rogers Heritage War Eagles, and with that, we want to say that this timeout is brought to you by Elite HVAC 417, providing the Ozarks with honest, dependable heating and cooling service. From seasonal tune-ups to full system installs, Elite HVAC 417 keeps your home running efficiently and comfortably all year long. When your comfort's on the line, trust the Elite team. Thank you, Elite HVAC, for sponsoring this game tonight. We'll be back in just a moment. back from the War Eagles timeout. Rogers Heritage has the ball. Golden was the trigger man, and it's in the hands of Davenport. Davenport, 2 dribbles, pulls up, won't go. McKnight will pick up the rebound. Kellis feeds it in. Preston, second three-pointer. Can't get the bounce, and Davenport snags the rebound out of there. Aereo in transition. Misses the open layup, and Preston gets back for the rebound. Sights back now at midcourt, sorry.
Oh, no, you're all good. That's something that Blanche definitely preached during practice. He talked about how they need to start getting back on these fast break opportunities. They miss a shot, someone has to get back. And Colt McCoy, they were lucky that he got back, was able to force some pressure on that easy layup, and he just kind of missed it.
Kellis, we know he's playing on that bad ankle from yesterday, short on the three-pointer. The War Eagles try their own three, and it misses as well. But back to Kellis' injury. Talking to him after the game, he was just saying, you know, after I kind of rolled my ankle there, he said he might have sprained it. Just was a lot more short on his three-pointer. It's a lot harder to get that ball in the air. Bit of a stoppage of play. I think maybe he's giving a warning to the coach. I don't know.
I didn't see what happened. But you're definitely right about that. Not being able to fully plant on your foot, it's definitely going to be a lot harder. You might have to change up the way he shoots if it becomes a problem.
Your Jalen finds Adam McKnight on the three-point line, takes 2 dribbles and feeds it into McCoy, spin moves, and misses the right-hand layup. Maybe with the left, that one goes. Davenport, step back 3, just too strong off the back iron. McCoy brings down the rebound.
Big difference for these Eagles so far the second quarter is the inside game's definitely started to develop. First period, the War Eagles definitely did a great job of limiting those inside points, but so far, they've definitely started to get going.
McCoy gets the offensive rebound, kicks it over to Liddell. Liddell cross-court pass. Kellis tries again, too strong. McKnight with another board. Fadeaway jumper, and that is a pretty shot from Adam McKnight.
McKnight already at 13 for the Eagles. Already half their points. He's clearly been their main point of offense.
Liddell playing suffocating defense. Tony gives it to Golden. Golden bringing it back up top. Davenport, Liddell still all over him. Feeds it in. And McCoy brings down the hands. And Coach Blancet's telling him just wall up there. A lot bigger than Cole Hudson-Pillar. He could have just forced some pressure without having a foul.
That was definitely a bit of a problem that last game against the, I believe it was the SaberCats. Got into foul trouble early, had to get him out. And that caused the Eagles to have to really lean to the bench a lot more. Just a lot of rotations last game. And as you see, he has to come out now. You know, the Eagles like to play big this year. They have a lot bigger lineup than they did last year. And with McCoy being out, they really have to switch it up how they play.
Hudson-Pillar can't get the second free throw. McKnight hauls in the rebound. It's just McCoy's first foul. McKnight inside, tries to put it up and draws a foul out of the War Eagles.
That last shot there, I mean, it looked like every single War Eagle just swarmed to him. That's clear their game plan so far. Just do not let him get the ball.
That's his first.
Full timeout taken here. 30-second timeout. And we'll be back in just a short moment. McKnight heads to the free throw line out of the timeout. McKnight has definitely been the star of the second quarter, getting himself to 13 points. Can't get the first free throw to go. He's got 10 this quarter, and the Eagles have 10 points in the quarter.
He's been doing it all. Defensively, offensively, getting the offensive rebounds, just playing physical.
Second free throw, no good as well. Randy Flink gets the rebound. Preston near wing, and he gets it to go.
That's the guy you want to get the ball to on the three. That's clearly his main. That's the best part of his game. I mean, just sits there, knocks it down, 2 for 3 on the night.
The War Eagles now down 9. Davenport looking to find anything, and Flint gets the offensive rebound. Slowing it down, kicks back out. Preston, he's feeling it. Will come up short. Maybe some contact there. Here, Davenport will get past the press. Swung to the corner. Hudson Pillar, corner three is catch.
Hudson Pillar.
McKnight swung out. Flint thought about it, driving in. Flips it up and in. Good drive from Randy Flint.
That's something the Eagles need to get going. They've been so far this entire tournament, been able to swing the ball real well. That last possession really showed it. Just creating open lanes, getting this War Eagles to just space out. And I believe a timeout.
Yeah, the War Eagles will call another timeout. I mean, they've burned 2 or 3 just in this first half.
It is a 30-second.
That could be detrimental later in the game if this does become.
Yeah, it's their third timeout
The benchmark group,
here.
Group, Anderson Electric, and Well-Built Construction.
So the Eagles lead 31-23. It was just a 30-second timeout from the War Eagles. We spoke about the rebounds and the turnovers. So the Eagles were losing those, but now back here midway through, or not midway, excuse me, near the end of the first half, they've got that number back up 17-13 on the rebounds for the Eagles.
They're definitely playing a lot harder. The first half, they're playing a little relaxed, a little off the ball. But so far, they've been able to just swarm that ball. I mean, Randy especially. He's always the one that just gets in there and gets those rebounds.
Dead ball. Golden gets it back, swings it up to Arroyo. Eagles playing some hard defense. Shot clock winding down, has to put a shot up, and Preston will get a foul called on him. He is not happy with that call.
I completely agree with him. It seemed like he just went straight up.
Logan Preston, that is his first. Team foul number 2. The line with 2 shots.
It's the second foul of the quarter for the Eagles. At the line is Chase Hare. First free throw is good.
Where he goes so far, the way they set up their offense is they either have someone in the corner just with Davenport so he can take them one-on-one and maybe an emergency kick if that doesn't work, or they'll just have all 4 out and they just let him run Wildcat on that right side so he can get the shot that he wants.
Coach Blancett will get a bench warning. Did not agree with that call. Finally, Liddell will get to bring it down for the Eagles. 30 on the shot clock, 54 on the game clock. Sights left open. Keeps it in his hands. Here's Liddell near wing. Looking inside, they get a foul called on Junior Tony. His second foul, but I mean, foul for the Eagles, but I just don't see a lot of contact down low.
Seems like he just kind of stood there. Something that happened last game as well, where he just kind of stands straight up and they go into him, but I thought it was a foul.
There, quick jumper from McKnight's good. 30 seconds left on the clock for the War Eagles. Shot clock is turned off. Ariel working on Smith. Smith We'll get a foul called on him and see if it's on the ground or shooting. It'll be on the ground.
It's his first.
Passing it in under the basket. Smith was definitely a good addition to the team after missing out on the first game this season. It's brought in tomorrow and played a good role on defense guarding Tyson Pogai. Liddell all in Davenport's grill. Swing it over. Hudson Pillar, and he's going to travel with the ball as he tried to spin to make a pass, and it'll be another turnover for the War Eagles.
The Eagles so far, you watch the War Eagles defense, they really leave that right side corner wide open. Maybe get like someone like Braylon Smith or Logan Preston, who's been their best shooter on the night. Just get it over there into that open pocket where you see.
Smith at the buzzer is right on his attempt, and the quarter will come to a close. 33-24. The Eagles lead by 9 at the end of the first half. Our halftime will be brought to you by Smoke and Sizzle, Nixa's go-to destination for premium barbecue supplies, smokers, grills, rubs, sauces, and more. Whether you're mastering brisket or firing up a weekend cookout, Smoke and Sizzle has everything you need to bring the heat. So first half for the Eagles, they're leading by 9. What did you like out of them so far?
You know, that second quarter, the emergence of Adam just really getting going, generated a lot of momentum. They just started playing physical. They started playing their game. Blanchett talked about before the game. He talked about how the War Eagles struggle to box out, and that's been their main problem in this tournament, and also been a strength for the Eagles, just being able to get on those offensive rebounds. And so far that second quarter, they really exploited that.
McKnight has 12 in the second quarter, and that brings him up to 15 on the night. He's definitely was on a heater that second quarter near the end. Lots of their defense translated into offense. They've caused 6 turnovers out of Rogers Heritage so far around that area. So definitely been swarming the Rogers Heritage War Eagles, causing some havoc there. As of now, both teams head to the locker rooms, and the Nixa Eagles lead the Rogers Heritage War Eagles 33-24. Second half action will come to you in just around 8 minutes, so stay tuned. We'll be back in just a little bit. Halftime is almost finished here in Rogers, Arkansas at Rogers Heritage High School in the 2025 RVS Hoopfest. The Eagles are playing for the championship here tonight. They are 2-0 against the 0-2 Rogers Heritage War Eagles. So far, they lead after two, 33-24, where it has once again been Adam McKnight taking the charge. 15 out of the 33 points for the Eagles, who has really just this whole tournament been the guy for them.
Yeah, a slow first quarter, but with McKnight really getting going, it kind of ignited this Eagles offense and really just brought the team a lot of momentum and allowed them to just kind of pull away a little bit before half.
And you know, Adam McKnight, he's just going to do his thing. But you look past him, look at some of the other guys. Logan Preston has been there. He's got three attempts from the three-point line. He's knocked down 2 of them. He's got 6 on the night. Second leading scorer for the Eagles so far. He's definitely been there for them when they need him. But really, just the whole bench I'd say, has played pretty well tonight. Jalen Liddell has played some good defense on Davenport. And Preston, we already talked about him. Smith had some good minutes. So just this team as a whole has definitely been contributing to this win so far throughout the first half.
That was a big narrative last game. They subbed everyone out, trying to get Owen Seitz and the people guarding Pogai a lot of rest, and they all stepped up. They were playing very physical defense. A lot of them knocked down a lot of shots and propelled them to a win. And that's hopefully what's going to be a factor in this game.
McKnight turnaround jumper is just bounced out, and McCoy, aggressive inside, gets the putback bucket.
That's what's got to get going. The big man duo of McKnight and McCoy, two very physical. They like to get on the glass. They're both really physical. They get to the line. If they can get going in this half, it could be trouble for the War Eagles.
Spin jumper. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out. Aereo from deep, no good. Eagles get the rebound there.
Definitely learned from his mistake on the foul on, I believe it was number 24, Cole Hudden's pillar. You know, he got a little handsy up when he went up for that shot, and if you look, he completely changed it up. Just kept it straight up, used his size to his advantage, and caused him to miss a shot.
Offensive foul called on Colt McCoy, his second foul of the game.
That's a play that they ran in practice. Although there was an offensive foul. That's something that they really like to go to. They just a screen down to kind of get the defense off of him, and just a quick lob and an easy shot.
That's his third. Team foul number 2.
Another offensive foul. Chase Hare picks up his third of the night. Owen Seitz here for the Eagles now. Good move, and dump off to Ty Kellis. No look pass from Owen Seitz sets up Kellis perfectly on a platter.
That's something they looked for last game as well. The back cuts. You know, I cannot tell you how many times Ty Kellis, Colt McCoy would just open on that backside, or would just get a good cut and get an open layup.
Sky Davenport returns with a mid-range shot of his own. His 9th of the night tonight. Seitz is trying to look for McCoy inside. Swung around the arc. McKnight, they're going to leave him open, and he shoots, and the bank is open. Gets it to fall there. Adam McKnight from 3.
That's something that we've seen a lot more this tournament. And getting that shot going, really has a lot more confidence this year in his shot. And it's propelled him to these big numbers, already 18 on the night.
Davenport faced the double team, gets out of it, swings around, puts up the shot, and I think they're going to get McCoy for a foul on the missed shot. They will, his third.
Logan Preston already coming back in. Been that shooter that they've needed when they got out to a slow start. He was there to get those 2 big threes, giving momentum.
Hits the first free throw. It's Carter Cox at the line. Second one, no good. McKnight gets the rebound. Flint swings to Preston. He thought about it. Back in his hands now. Bobbled the ball there. Feeds it to McKnight. Spins, goes through the contact, and finishes for the 2-point bucket. Up to 20 now. Third game in a row with 20.
McKnight getting hyped. Just really trying to give this team a bit of momentum, get everyone kind of hyped up and just build this momentum.
Three-pointer is no good, and Preston there gets the rebound. Flint driving inside, hangs in the air, and just a bit too strong on his floater. The War Eagles in transition finishes with the foul and one bucket for Gabe Ario.
With the Eagles, face guarding Hudson Pillard, he's been the guy that just gets in there and just has been fearless so far, just jumping into defenders, drawing fouls, and been a great scorer for the War Eagles so far.
Gabe Arroyo, excuse me. Free throw attempt is no good. The War Eagles have stayed in this 3-2 all game. Here to the baseline, cross-court pass. Preston tries from deep again, off the back iron. Seitz is there for the recovery, no good. Another offensive rebound from McKnight, and he puts it back up for the bucket again. 2 offensive rebounds for the Eagles on that possession.
And that's been their thing all tournament. Just getting after those misses and capitalizing on it.
What a pull-up jumper there from Sky Davenport. Pure shot. Gets him to double digits on the night. Up to 12. Flint pump faking. At the top of the key. Crosses over on Arroyo and fouled. Foul will be on Gabe Arroyo.
Looking at this War Eagles defense, they leave a lot of the corner open. They're clearly comfortable with the Eagles taking shots, and if the Eagles can get going from 3, they could really just make them pay.
The Eagles call a full timeout after Randy Flint's first free throw, and we'll be back in a short moment. Flint at the line after the Eagles timeout. The Eagles have 3 left. Or Eagles have 2. Flint's second free throw is good to go. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Owen Seitz still just unrelenting, just not letting him go.
Davenport gets past him. Good change of pace from Sky Davenport, able to get past Owen Seitz.
That's Davenport's game, just taking you one-on-one, getting to the rim or getting a fadeaway jump shot.
Seitz gets it back up top. Kellis swings it back over. Seitz tries a deep 3, no good. And it'll be going the other way for the War Eagles. rip through, puts up the shot, and the Eagles tip it away. McKnight thought he was going for the jam there, just kisses it up off the glass. Great take to the hole.
Incredible effort from Davenport. Like, really getting up there, almost got the block.
High stepping through the lane, good move, and a good finish from Carter Cox.
Just a wide open lane. No one really slid over to help.
Sides kicks out for Preston. Flint kind of in a pickle in the corner. Cross-court pass. Preston, his third of the night. He's on fire, up to 9 points.
If you watch the War Eagles defense, they collapse around Adam when any time that the ball is swung to his side. They'll often draw a double team, and that's left Preston open most of the time. And already 9 points, I believe 3 for 5, 3 for 6 on the night. He should be shooting incredibly.
Flint went for the steal, but will be out of bounds. And a good hustle from Flint there. A couple Eagles coming to the floor. Jalen Liddell and Braylon Smith. And we said, Preston, if he's going to keep hitting these shots, it's just going to give him more playing time. And here, he's been on the court almost the whole third quarter.
I mean, how can he take him out? Been a huge piece offensively so far, giving them a lot of momentum.
Preston gets the switch on to Davenport. Swings it over. Steps through the lane, puts it up, gets his own offensive rebound. Another hook shot is brought down by McKnight. Flint driving inside, one-on-one, puts up the floater with his left hand and draws a foul on the shot. He'll head to the line to shoot two. Foul is on Jordan Smith.
Number 3, Jordan Smith. His first, team's fourth. At the line with 2 shots is Randy Flint.
Three for 3 now, Randy Flint from the line. And Flint, a guy that hasn't, he's not going to score you a bunch of points. He's hung around that 8 to 10 range this whole tournament, but just a game manager, I'd say. Can handle the ball well, plays great defense, passes well. And here he's knocking down free throws. 100% so far on the night. Just a great guy you want to lead your team at the point guard position.
That defense is really transferred over from football. He is all over the place, just getting his hand on the ball. He's very fast hands, good hand-eye coordination, and just gets a lot of tip passes, a lot of turnovers for the Eagles.
That wingspan also has to help McKnight. He's been real handsy tonight. Finally gets called for one there.
Nixa foul charge number 21 out of McKnight. His first.
Another thing last year, McKnight, he get into foul trouble sometimes, but been pretty clean so far these first couple games.
And that's huge because he's been their main guy. 24 on the night, which I believe, is he over what he had last game already? And he's just been huge for the Eagles.
The War Eagles will try a 3. It's left and brought in by McKnight. McKnight, beautiful pass. Logan Preston will finish it at the rim. And I mean, that is just a beauty from Adam McKnight giving it to Preston. I mean, on a silver platter.
Maybe using those quarterback skills, just slung it in there directly into Preston's hands. You can't ask for much more.
It's a wide open layup. Cole Hudson-Pillar is not able to convert. The Eagles will slow it down. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. They lead 55-36. Eight seconds now. Liddell. Smith guards him. Braylon Smith in the corner now. McKnight, turnaround jumper. Short. Braylon Smith tries to save it, and the clock will strike 0 on the third quarter, and the Eagles lead by 19 points going into the fourth. They exploded this quarter for 22. Logan Preston with 5 points in the third quarter, propelling them to that as well. We want to say thank you to our sponsor, Callahan Heating and Cooling. Stay cool under pressure, just like our team, and stay cool at home with Callahan Heating and Cooling. From emergency repairs to full system installs, they bring top-notch service to every play. Thank you for sponsoring the game tonight, and we'll be back in just a moment. Eagles lead by 19 going into the fourth quarter. They can take home the championship once again for the 2025 RVS Hoopfest here in Rogers, Arkansas. Second consecutive year for them if they can get it done. Gabe Arroyo is going to do anything to stop that, though. He's up to double digits tonight after that teardropper there.
Eagles electing to go with a zone. Maybe trying to close those open lanes that they've been getting. They're swarming around the paint. And hopefully stopping them, shutting out these War Eagles.
McKnight gets an easy bucket from the inside pass from Braylon Smith. Arroyo gives it over for Jay Golden. Can't get the three to fall. And they're going to get Logan Preston for a foul on the rebound attempt. It'll be his second tonight.
Nixa foul is on number 30, Logan Preston. It's his second. At the line with 2 shots is Gabe Arroyo.
And Arroyo's heading to the line. I think they're saying that it was a shooting foul.
Seems it was just on a rebound.
Arroyo will make the first free throw. I mean, that was not a shooting foul at all. I don't know what's going on there. Just fighting for the rebound there. 2 for 2 from the line, and the War Eagles call a full timeout. Cuts it to a 7-point lead for the Eagles. I mean, that was just
a little confusion.
Can't really do anything about it, but there's just no shot attempt there at all.
Just kind of both were going for the ball and brought it down. Kind of just Logan got on his back. I don't know where they saw his shot.
So full timeout called by the War Eagles, and we'll be back in just a bit. Flint bringing the ball down for the Eagles with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Rogers Heritage has just been in this zone defense all game, and they force a turnover from it there.
Rightfully so with that zone defense. With the Eagles, with the height advantage, they really can't just have everyone go one-on-one. They'll just use their presence inside and make them pay.
Next the fouls on number 4, Braylon Smith.
Some pressure from the Eagles. They're going to get a foul on Braylon Smith. Eagles with a small lineup here. McKnight, the tallest one, at 6'4", but the rest are guards. They double team Sky Davenport, and another foul is called.
Next the fouls on number 0.
Almost looked like a triple team.
That's his second. Team foul
The Eagles
number 3.
they're swarming in. They do not want him to be the person that beats them. They're going to try to make somebody like Arroyo try to just get to the rim. And as you see, Braylon's just following him around, not letting him get any space.
Flint comes for the double team, misses, and that's a pass from Davenport on what could have been a travel, but instead it's a Chase Hare finish at the rim. Here Flint in transition, tries to give it to McKnight, and a foul called after it seemingly just went off McKnight's head. Chase Hare, and that'll be his 4th foul of the night. Looks like it just went off McKnight's head. I don't know if there's any contact.
Yeah, both teams a little confused by back-to-back just foul calls or non-calls.
Ty Kellis can't get the shot to go, and Davenport will come in transition. Looks like maybe a double dribble. It'll stay the War Eagles ball. Davenport, step back 3, no good. Rebounded Arroyo, stepping through and finishing at the rim on the offensive rebound. Cuts it to only a 13-point lead for Nixa.
I mean, with Davenport being face guarded, he's really stepped up. 14. He's getting to the rim. He's getting those offensive rebounds, even with his smaller. He's a little smaller of a guard. He's been playing aggressive.
Flint from deep finally gets one to go from 3-point land. Puts him into double digits on the night at 11. And that's a big shot for the Eagles as the War Eagles are on a little bit of a run there. Step back, Davenport can't get it to go. Offensive rebound from Hare. And injury timeout for Davenport. He is slow to get up.
The Eagles bringing double, triple teams, trying to make him be uncomfortable, take something that he doesn't really want to take.
Davenport will come out of the game. And it'll be War Eagles basketball after the injury. Timeout for Davenport. Inbounded to Jordan Smith. Swung over for Hudson Pillar. Driving in. Kicked out. Flint gets the steal. Moving in transition now. Puts it up through the contact and finishes at the rim.
Randy's just been the aggressor so far. He's really getting into these. He's obviously been bringing double teams on Davenport, but he's just been getting a lot of great shots. I believe the last 2 scores for the Eagles have just been through him.
Jay Golden gets one to land from deep. His 6th point of the game. Flint gets around the defender again, just puts a floater up, and it will be off. Going Rogers Heritage way. Davenport returns to the game.
Flint getting confidence, just taking a lot more shots. You know, he really got to that baseline. It was a great shot, got open, just couldn't fall.
And he blocks Davenport's mid-range pull-up. The Eagles get the rebound, and Kellis just throws it away on accident. Here's a corner 3 from Jay Golden. No good, and Arroyo gets the offensive rebound.
I mean, Arroyo again. He can't be over 6 foot, but he's just been playing so physical, just getting in there for those offensive rebounds.
At the line with 2 shots is Gabe Arroyo.
He has 14 tonight, stepping up for his team. Hits the first free throw as well. 3 minutes and 54 seconds. Rogers Heritage, they've been able to score after the deficit they faced, but they just have to be able to defend as well. Now they're only down by 13. Kellis drives baseline, dumps it off for Flint. Flint looks inside. Kellis will keep it in his hands. Flint picks up his dribble, cross-court pass. Braylon Smith, teardrop, and finds the bottom of the basket.
Something about this War Eagles defense, they open up the baseline drive, the baseline cut. I mean, Randy last possession got wide open with a jump shot, couldn't fall. But I mean, these cuts, these just driving to that baseline has really just been a weak point in that zone.
And here, just a 30-second timeout. We pause the action for an Elite HVAC 417 timeout. Serving the greater Springfield area, Elite HVAC 417 delivers personalized, top-quality HVAC solutions with service you can rely on. Whether it's staying cool in the summer or warm in the winter, Elite HVAC 417 makes sure your home stays game ready. After Braylon Smith's floater, the Eagles will lead by 15 points. So far, Arroyo, though, for the War Eagles has 8 in this quarter, doubling his total number from the whole game, just the 4th. Here, he has the ball.
Also been the leading scorer. So far, they're comfortable with him being the main option with
Davenport at 14.
Yeah, but Davenport just being heavily covered.
Kellis pump faked and gave it into McKnight, and he's just going to use his strength to body Arroyo down low. McKnight just a lot bigger than Arroyo down low. I mean, that is a matchup you want to exploit every single time. Davenport in the lane, count the basket, and one for Sky Davenport.
That's how he likes to play. He has a great ability to just speed it up. He can go from just going super slow to just a quick burst into the lane and get a wide open layup.
Gets the free throw there. Colt McCoy. Ty was open there for a second in the paint, and Smith will feed it into McKnight. Finally, he tried to dump it off for Kellis, and it was not there. Stolen away by the War Eagles. Arroyo in transition, guarded by Kellis. Spins, dumps it off, and that is a pretty pass from Arroyo to Hare for the score on that play. Deficit 12.
He's been doing everything so far this quarter. I mean, they're almost coming back as Ty Kellis gets a great find from Braden Smith. But he's been the just main source of offense. He's been getting the ball to people. He's been scoring, playing very physical.
Here he is, step back three, keeps it, and gets it to go for the 2-point bucket. Flint slows it down for the Eagles. A minute and a half left in the game. McKnight inside, puts the shoulder into Cox and goes up through the contact, and Adam McKnight is up to 30 points on the game. At least 15 made shots, because his one three-pointer was no good. Sky Davenport pulls up from deep, won't go. Jay Golden tries one and will miss as well. Here, Ty Kellis running the floor wide open again. That's 2 easy points off lobs that he's gotten just because the defense loses them.
That's something Blanchett talked about. They don't get back. They're very slow. They can hang their head when they feel like something goes wrong, and that's a big difference between the Eagles and the War Eagles. The Eagles don't miss a shot, they'll make a mistake, but they will get after that ball. They'll dive for the loose balls. They'll do anything they can to make up for it.
As this game winds down, Hudson Pillar tries a 3, and Ty Kellis will get the rebound. Flint slows it down, and as this game comes to a close, it looks like the Eagles are going to take it home for their second straight Arvest Hoopfest first place title. McKnight spinning through the paint, puts it up, won't go, rebounded by Arroyo. Arroyo swings to the corner. Davenport over Flint is short, and Smith will bring it up as Braylon Smith will dribble it out, and the Eagles will be the 2025 Arvest Hoopfest champions here in Rogers, Arkansas.
And that's your ball game.
72-56 is your final score. The Eagles had a great second half to propel them to the win tonight and be 3-0, picking up the first place plaque there for the second year in a row. Adam McKnight had a great game with 30, but we saw some great performances from Randy Flint and Logan Preston as well, who I think off the bench did a great job in his role.
He got a lot more minutes tonight. If he can get that jump shot going this season, he'll definitely be just added to the rotation more and more. He played almost the entire third period. He had an incredible game. Clearly the best shooter for the Eagles.
All right, Nixa Eagles, congratulations.
Here the Eagles will be presented with their first place plaque.
Celebrate you guys. We appreciate y'all being here.
As they played great this weekend, beat Russellville Thursday pretty handily, played one of the best teams I think they'll see all season in Southmore yesterday. Took that one home and took care of business tonight against the Rogers Heritage War Eagles. Well, they will head back to Nixa, Missouri as Arvest Hoopfest champions once again. Coming up post-game, we're going to have a quick interview with our player of the game, Logan Preston, off the bench with 11 points, 3 threes, and playing some great all-around basketball. We'll have that with him in just a second. Stay tuned, and we'll be back in just a short moment. Tonight's player of the game, sponsored by Callahan Heating and Cooling, is Logan Preston. Logan, you came off the bench tonight with 11 points, knocking down 3 of your three-pointers. Just what was your mindset going into tonight, knowing that if you win, that you will be the Arvest Hoopfest champions?
Our mindset tonight is we knew we had to win. We knew we wanted it, and Coach did a lot of good scouting tonight, and he put a lot of good game plan together for the zone. So I knew Coach put a lot of faith in me to knock those shots down, and I came out and did it for Coach. Yeah, and you did knock those shots down, 3 for 5 tonight. Just how much a part of your game does that mean to you, shooting from behind the arc? It means a lot. I work on it a lot, man. Coach has put a lot of faith in me. They know that that's one of the roles I got is to shoot the ball, and as long as I shoot it well, I'm very happy with my performance.
All right, well, great game tonight, Logan, and good luck next week against Bentonville on Tuesday.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. So there you have it. The Eagles 3-0 in the RVS Hoopfest. They take down the War Eagles 72-56. They will be on the court again next Tuesday against Bentonville at 7 o'clock is when the varsity will play. The junior varsity and freshmen are shortly before. But until then, from Evan Brett and myself, Brady Richard, we want to say thank you for tuning in this whole weekend and supporting us. And we will see you guys next Tuesday, and good night.